Hello, I'm attorney Scott Lesowitz, and it's been more than 2 weeks now since Michael Irvin dismissed his defamation lawsuit against Marriott with prejudice, and I still think that there are 4 remaining mysteries that are unanswered that I will address in this video. Now, I'm not as smart or as articulate as Scooby-Doo or Shaggy, so I'm not going to try to definitively solve any of these mysteries, but hopefully I have some helpful information and insights on these things, or not. You tell me in the comments. I reached out to the attorneys for both Michael Irvin and Marriott, and I was able to confirm that no depositions were taken in the case before the dismissal. But other than confirming about the lack of depositions, the attorneys all just ignored me. I mean, I might as well have just contacted them through Tinder, the way they responded. I think that the first 2 mysteries or questions are related, so I will discuss them more or less together. The first unresolved question for me is, what did the people at the hotel tell the NFL about the incident before the NFL chose to suspend Michael Irvin from the Super Bowl coverage? If the hotel provided a truthful account to the NFL, then they're not liable for defamation.
No.
And that would be the case even if the judge or jury or anyone else believed that the NFL or hotel overreacted to the incident.
I don't care.
Right. And the second question is, why did the NFL suspend Michael Irvin from the Super Bowl coverage and then the coverage of the NFL draft in late April, but then decide to bring him back before the beginning of this season? So one thing that's important to note at the outset is that the NFL indicated in media reports in late April when the draft was occurring, so that's about 2 months after the lawsuit was filed and the initial witness statements were made to TMZ, and roughly a month after the surveillance video went public. And in those media reports, the NFL indicated that Michael Irvin was still suspended, and it appears from my reading of the media reports that at that point the suspension was still indefinite. So from that, and also what Michael Irvin said in an early radio interview about what he initially was told about the incident by people from the NFL, I think that the NFL likely saw the surveillance video before they decided to suspend Michael Irvin. And I think they also understood that what was at issue was what Michael Irvin said and how he made the woman feel during that conversation in the lobby, not more than that.
And I said, what's going on, guys? What's going on? What's happening? Why we move a hotel? And they said, well, that last night you walked in, you talked to somebody. I said, I didn't talk to anybody. I went straight to the room. And then they showed it on camera that I did talk to somebody. I talked to this girl for about a minute. I don't know what, they didn't show it to me.
Now, I want to acknowledge here, before getting too many negative comments, that yes, Marriott fought the early production of the surveillance video really hard. And yes, that is a pretty strong indication to me that Marriott was worried about how the public would react to the video. It doesn't mean that they were worried about how the NFL would react to the video. You know, sometimes kids are worried if mom or dad finds out about something, but other times the kids are only worried if mom and I guess the national news media find out. All right, so now let's get back to that question of, well, why did the NFL decide to bring Michael Irvin back? So I have a simple response to that. I have a simple theory. I think that the NFL just took a wait and see approach. Basically, the NFL, in my opinion, was only concerned about what the public reaction would be to the incident. So I think by the beginning of this season, it had become sufficiently clear to the NFL that the public reaction was mostly favorable to Michael Irvin. So unresolved question number 3 to me is, did the alleged victim even want the hotel to report the incident to the NFL? I know this is not what a lot of you want to hear, but look, I gotta just give it to you all straight. So I think that the hotel employee is being treated very unfairly on social media. All right, I'm dodging all the vegetables right now, being thrown at. All right, so initially, I'm doubtful that the hotel employee is going to sue Michael Irvin. She did not file a counterclaim against Michael Irvin, and also she didn't even appear to have her own attorney in the case. Also, since Michael Irvin didn't work for the hotel, I just don't think that this kind of alleged incident would be something that would lead to a major lawsuit. All right, so some of you might be saying, well, but these couple witnesses spoke to TMZ and they said that, nothing inappropriate happened. Well, I have two responses to that. One, I looked back at the surveillance video of the whole thing. There's no way that those two guys were in a position to have heard the whole conversation. And the other thing is that I think what they were responding to was their misunderstanding that what was alleged was that Michael Irvin did something that one would traditionally consider to be violent. And they were basically saying, no, nothing violent like that happened. Other than that, there's no audio in the video. And while Michael Irvin vehemently denies and inappropriate and uncomfortable comments to her, this is what he had to say about his recollection of the incident in a radio interview.
It was a minute meeting somewhere in the lobby. In the lobby, I don't even remember it really because a few drinks to tell you the truth.
Right, and then I also note that there are a couple places on the surveillance video where it does look to me like Irvin tries to touch the alleged victim's arm and that she appears to back away. The final mystery to me is whether or not Michael Irvin received any money to dismiss his lawsuit. So the website of Dallas TV station WFAA says this, quote, Marriott in a statement said it was pleased Irvin is dismissing his lawsuit with prejudice and without any payment from the hotel. However, on YouTube, there are certain videos that are claiming that Irvin received $25 million. It appears to me that what happened is that one guy just threw out that number without a source, and then other people were just repeating it. Okay, thank you for watching. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, thank you.